raise your hand and I will try to explain again. First of all, thank you Zimbra and Synacor for putting this event together. It's very nice. It's very important for us to know where we are going, because we are not going alone. We are partners, and it's very important for us to know where to go and where you guys are going. I will talk a little bit about Penso and how we built our business in AMER. I don't like it to be a monologue. If anybody wants to raise your hand and ask something during the show, please just raise your hand. Who is Penso? Penso is a cloud provider in Brazil. We have 5 data centers in Brazil. It's not our own data centers. We use colocation, mostly from Equinix. All the equipment and services are ours, but we use colocation. We are 21 years old. We have 250 employees. We have more than 1,600 customers in Brazil. One of our biggest services is collaboration, but we also do cloud services. We do backup as a service and disaster recovery as a service. This one is growing very fast right now. What is our journey with Zimbra? I was a technician. I don't put my hands anymore. Thank you, Andre. But we have a long history with email. I started deploying email servers in '97, long time ago. When I founded Penso in 2003, a little bit later we started our first email solution. It was a Linux. It was using SendMail. I don't know if anybody has put his hands on it, but it's a nightmare. In 2007, my partner Eric built the second Brazilian multi-tenant Microsoft Exchange at Penso. It was very good. We sold it like water. Everybody wanted to have a Exchange server, but not everybody could afford having an Exchange server on premises. And we made a lot of money at that time. In 2013, Microsoft started looking at us and at the market. They already had the 365 strategy and say, oh, let's start raising prices and putting pressure on SPLA partners. And we said, oh, we don't like that. We're losing our money. We can't sell this product anymore. And the market was with lots of competition. So we started looking for alternatives. And in 2014, we found Zimbra. We already knew Zimbra, but we thought, okay, let's try to make a partnership. And we made it. Charles helped us very much, help us to build the business. It's not just being a partnership. He helped us to build the business, the Zimbra business. And from 2014 to 2018, we migrated most of our customers from Microsoft Exchange to Zimbra. And we started doing some VAR also, not only selling in our cloud, but also doing on-premises for our customers. In 2019, we acquired Microsoft Exchange email provider. They have like 200,000 accounts, something like that. And in 2021, we M&A another company. It was the largest Zimbra provider besides us in Brazil, and they were a big VAR player. They sold a lot of licenses. That put us in the second business, which is reselling Zimbra license. That's our journey. We really love Zimbra. We have a big team, Zimbra team in Brazil. We have development team, we have a product owner, we have marketing, we have customer services, we have a whole ecosystem around Zimbra because it's very important for us. That's why I was saying that we like this event, because we don't want to be alone. If we are alone, we say, well, that's something strange. I cannot go alone anywhere. And we made a trade show It was for Brazilian justice. We replicated a Formula 1 car, the Senna car, and we put on the show, and it was very, people were very, I don't know the word, but people like it.
Pleased.
So,
Pleased.
Very pleased to be at the show. I will talk a little bit about email trends. I heard lots of times people say, what, do you sell email? Isn't it dead already? No, email is not going anywhere. I think everybody knows it's not thinkable for like a company in 10 years doesn't have its own domain, its own mailboxes. We still have mail, paper mail running around, so email is not going to die in 50 years or so. And Google and Microsoft won't have the whole market. One size fits all does not work for email. So we still think that email will still continue to grow, and that's very important for us. I think the name of the game right now is security. Security is the big issue here, everywhere. Spam and phishing are the big problem right now. We use Barracuda as an anti-spam that increases a little bit the cost of the service, but it's a nice solution. But Barracuda is discontinuing its products, and we are thinking of new alternatives. Collaboration Suite will continue to enhance and merge services like file sharing. So who are our competitors right now? 365 and Google Suite. We have to match a little bit of those features, not every feature, because it's impossible to produce so many features, but we need to continue to enhance those features in our platform. User interface, user UX, and new mobile devices will be a key issue in the future, in the near future. Like, we are doing the new mobile app, but maybe in 5 years, everybody will be wearing some kind of augmented reality or virtual reality. Zimbra will have to adapt to that. All the applications will have to adapt. So we gotta keep that in mind. User interface is going to change drastically in the next years. We have the cell phone right now, but it's going to transform in something else very fast. Those are the email trends that we can see right now. And what are the gaps and the pain points that our solution using Zimbra addresses to the markets? First of all, clients who need to maintain data and services on premises have very few alternatives. They don't have where to go. But they want the same features that the big cloud providers offer. So we need to have a solution that offers the same thing, but on premises. That's a pain point that Zimbra really addresses for our customers. Customers need a more intuitive UX, UX, and administration. I really think that Zimbra administration is too technical. If you gave to a person that's not technical, he won't be able to create a mailbox or something like that. The market needs security features like 2FA, cryptography and data loss prevention. Everybody needs an efficient and easy to use and spend and email security. And I would like to make a point here because I know Zimbra doesn't address that as a key feature, but it is. Many times I participate on the sales and people say, no, I don't want Zimbra. I have a bad experience with Zimbra in the past. I say, oh, tell me more. And it's always the unspam. My mailbox is always full of junk. My mailbox, I got a lot of phishing. It's not Zimbra, it's the unspam. So we have to take care of this by ourselves. We use Barracuda. But other players, maybe they don't use it, and then the brand that got damaged is Zimbra. Because the Zimbra solution doesn't work. It's not Zimbra's solution that doesn't work. It's the anti-spam solution that's not efficient. So we have a big solution, a great software that is Zimbra, but then spam, everyone tries their own. So I think that should be improved. We use an external file sharing tool integrated with Zimbra because the briefcase doesn't have a sync agent, and since our biggest competitor in Brazil is the Microsoft 365, they gave OneDrive, they provide SharePoint, and people always compare, if I cannot have my files on the cloud, I'm going to 365. So that's a very big problem, and we address it using another technology, not the internal briefcase. This is for our SaaS solution, not for the on-premises customers. Any doubts? Any thoughts? No? I will tell a little bit about our use case, how we sell those services as a service provider. We have shared or dedicated servers. Lots of customers say, I want to integrate with my Active Directory. I want to put my DLP server connected to it. So we made a dedicated server. Most of our customers use the shared infrastructure. So we sell flexibility. We use 5 data centers. All of our infrastructure is on private cloud managed by us. We don't use Amazon for 2 reasons. Thank you, Mark, for your presentation. It was great. Andre took lots of notes over there. But it's too expensive in Brazil. Brazil has a high currency exchange rate, so Amazon is too expensive in Brazil. And we also have other servers, other services, not only email. So we share that infrastructure and that cost. That's one. The second reason is business motivation. We are competing with the big clouds. We are competing with Amazon, we are with Google, and with Microsoft. So part of our argument is you don't want to put your sensitive information with those big American players. And I cannot be at Amazon with that argument. So we use the private cloud infrastructure. It works very well for us. It takes a lot of effort to manage, but I'm not the one doing it. So I'm fine. Thank you. We use Barracuda as email security. That's another point. We lose revenue because of that. We have to pay another one. Maybe it was some part of revenue that we could give to Zimbra or that we could keep to ourselves, but we have to pay another one in our cost structure. Microsoft 365 pricing is in US dollars. Right now they charge in Brazilian reais, but we know that the pricing is in US dollars. So it fluctuates a lot. Customer doesn't like it in Brazil, so they rather have a Brazilian real service rather than using the 365. We have built our proprietary admin panel. It was much simpler and much cleaner than the Zimbra. We use Zimbra administration panel for our customers, not for our tech team, but all our customers, they use this admin panel that we built. What are some of the key features that we sell? First of all, it is white label for resellers. So we have a bunch of resellers reselling our services, saying that they are the last provider, that they are their own provider. That's very nice. It automatically measures the usage and does the billing. We only sell 3 types of subscription. It's Business Email Plus. We We call it basic, standard and pro. We don't allow our customers to customize that a lot because it's going to be a trouble in the back end. And we made some hybrid with 365. So if a customer says, oh, I love Zimbra, but management want to be in 365. Okay, put management on 365 and put everybody else on Zimbra. That works very well also. It has a few technical caveats, but it works very well. So that's most of our business. It's the biggest part of the Zimbra business in Penso, but that's how we do. And we also have our VAR, or reselling Zimbra license and administration on-premises services. It's built mostly for clients that need to retain authority over data, that cannot have data in another data center or something like that, mostly for government customer. We have a strong adoption by government clients, so police, armed forces, and government service providers. Like we have the three armed forces, we have the Navy, we have the military, the Army, and the Air Force, running with Zimbra in separate on-premises data center. Zimbra flexible on-premises licensing model is a key differentiator, because you can have lots of types of, I can have subscription, I can have a BSP, or I can have like a perpetual license that works very well for them. We have very little competition for on-premises, everybody is aware of that. Exchange is not dying, but it's changing its model. It's going to be subscription also, perpetual license, it's going to be over. We have iSwap as a small competitor, lots of open source alternatives like Roundkube, things like that, but the market's very little, has very little competition for on-premises services. But the market share is shrinking for on-premises service. Why? It's too much work to manage an email server. You have the spam problem, you have to do backups. It's too much trouble. It's not worth it to have it on premises. The only people that want it on premises are the ones who are obliged to do it. So this market's shrinking every time that a company has the chance to migrate to the cloud, they will. So on-premises service is going to be a very small business in the future. These are the key best practices that we learned running those businesses. The first one, we made a customer journey mapping from lead generation to the UX in the platform. We mapped the whole journey to make it easy, to make very intuitive the whole journey, and it's easy to sell it away. We measure the feature adoption. So on our service provider, on our SaaS solution, but also on-premises solution. What that means, like we call a client and say, are you using the chat? Oh no, I don't use the chat. No, we are going to train you with the chat. On the SaaS model, we measure if they are using the chat, if they are using the calendar, if they are using all the features, and if they are not, we try to train them. Why we do that? Because if they see our solution just as email in and out, they will migrate to a more powerful solution. We almost lost a big city that uses Zimbra, and they say, oh, we are migrating because 365 has, I don't remember the feature, maybe chat or something, or maybe calendar. And so no, because 365 has calendar. And I say, we have calendar. Oh no, but it doesn't integrate with the cell phone. No, it does. we made a presentation, okay, let's renew the contract. People don't know what they have bought, so it's very important to measure and to try to make people use the features. We train users a lot, we do webinars, we do some seminars for our customers to make sure that they use the platform. We created a user-friendly admin panel. It works very well. It has the same features that Zimbra admin has, but that's not the same. Just a few ones that people need to manage the regular day-to-day. We customized our skin. We use the classic one because modern one is still lagging a few features, but we made our own, trying to make it more friendly for the users. We enhanced the spam and email security, like we force all our users to activate 2FA, we force all our users to change passwords, I don't know, maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, so you don't have spam problems and things like that. We do health checks for customers who has on-premises services, so let's see how this Zimbra server is running. Everything is all right, backups are okay. And we do lots of upsell. We have our own video conferencing tool based on Jitsi. I don't know if you guys heard of it. And we only make it available for standard and pro users. So basic users, they don't have it, and they participate in the conference and say, oh, I want to build some meetings. Oh no, you can't. So they upgrade to standard and pro licensing. That's very nice. And we have like ISO 27001 in our service, and it made a big difference when selling to corporations. Not too small, to SMB, but when selling to big guys, they say, oh, 365 has all this, the letter SU. I don't need to worry. No, you don't need to worry here. We also have the certification, and it's very, very important for the sales department to be on the same level that the big players. That are some of the best practices that we learn, that we apply. And what is the best practice that we learn over those years? When we started really selling Zimbra, and all of our team started to be passionate about it. We started using it, it's very important. We still see some Zimbra partners that use 365, that use Google, that use other technology, use Zimbra, because like we have 250 people saying what is wrong, that button doesn't work, giving a feedback on new features. We apply new versions on our own, and we say, oh, that doesn't work. That is not very friendly. So using it, we learn a lot about Zimbra using it in-house. So I think that's one of the key points that makes Zimbra so big inside Penso, is because we use it. Here are some outcomes that we are achieved using Zimbra. Right now we are one of the biggest Brazilian email provider, and collaboration. We have local web. I don't know if everybody heard of it. They are very big, but they just sell POP and IMAP. We are the only one that sells a complete solution that can compete with 365 and with Google. We are an alternative to 365 and Google. Once size fits all doesn't work, we got lots of customers because they want flexibility, and 365 has no flexibility at all. US dollar is very, very hard for Brazil. I think for most of Latin America, nobody knows what our current president's going to make with the exchange rate. So
we don't know either.
Huh?
Give us 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's very nice. We don't sell only email, we have other solutions, and it's very easy for us to cross-sell from and to email or for collaboration to other products. So we have like some company that bought backup services from us, and they ran for 2 years. And when they are thinking about changing email platform, they say, oh, those guys already do a very good job, so let's go change our email platform to them. And the opposite is very nice also. They have email and they want other solutions that we sell, and they say, oh, I need some cloud service. Our email provider is very good. Let's go to use their cloud. So it's very nice. We do a lot of this. I think half of our customer base has more than one product. We have like 8 products set up. So it's very good for business. Email and collaboration market is still growing. Every day there's a new company, a new domain, and a new mailbox. It's impossible to think about a new company that doesn't have its own domain. And we already bought 2 companies. We are always looking for M&A opportunities inside Brazil, and right now we are thinking about doing an international expansion. That's very, very nice. I think that will be all. I'd like to thank you everybody for this. I would like to thank Charles for being our partner and Zimbra for hosting this event. If anyone wants to ask something, please feel free to ask in Portuguese. Marco?
En español?
In English. I can
English.
translate it.
Yeah. Una pregunta. So, did I understand you accurately when you said you make multi-factor authentication required for all of your hosting customers?
New customers are going to be required to have 2FA.
Do you have a timeline for requiring your existing customers to have mandatory multi-factor authentication?
The old one. But we did that with changing passwords, and it was a nightmare. But we had to let a few customers go because they won't. No, I don't want it. We had customers, no, I have all the passwords in a paper sheet, and I cannot change the paper sheet every month. That's it. You gotta let it go. But after a few discussions with the customers, and we learned a lot about it, we made a few conceptions like exceptions, like, oh, okay, you're not going to have to change your password every 3 months, but every 6 months, okay? No, it's bad. No, that's our limit. So we have to negotiate a lot, but right now it's no trouble. So we know that the 2FA is also not going to be very big issue, because the alternative is very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't change your password, you're going to be hacked. If you don't enable 2FA, you're going to have your account owned. So I think in general, everyone is more security concerned right now because of cybercrime and ransomware and phishing and things like that. So even for non-technical people, they can see the problem, and with a few arguments, they will let it go.
If I may ask one follow-on question, if you, for the customers that are doing MFA, would you be open to them not changing their passwords?
We don't think thought about that, but I think no, because at Pencil we have both in our server,
Okay.
and we have to change password every 3 months, and we also use the 2FA.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Muito obrigado.
De nada. More questions?
Questions? Going one.
Everybody wants to go to the booze.
Nice.
Thank you very much, people.